Spurs began the Premier League season in fantastic form, taking 26 out of a possible 30 points from their opening 10 games, and life under new boss Ange Postecoglu was great. The Australian coach brought a breath of fresh air to the Lily Whites as they began to play an expansive, impressive and aesthetically pleasing style of football, not seen at Tottenham in years, and things were looking very positive for the North London outfit. However, that stint was quickly cut short following their 4-1 defeat to Chelsea, their first loss of the season. The feisty London derby seeing Cuti Romero sent off for a crunching tackle in the first half, shortly followed by both James Maddison and Mickey van der Ven coming off at half-time through serious injury. Consequently, with no fit centre-backs, Spurs have started 4 league games with a backline consisting of just full-backs. So it's no surprise that they've been linked with the likes of Jean-Claude Todibo and Radu Drăgușin. And with that being said, it looks like Spurs are close to signing the latter. So in this video we'll be delving into Dragusin's player profile, his strengths and weaknesses, and why Spurs are trying to sign him for around €23 million. So who is he? Radu Drăgușin is a 21-year-old Romanian centre-back that currently plays for Genoa in Serie A. Drăgușin first moved to Italy as a 16-year-old, with Juventus paying just €2 million for the centre-half, signing him from AS Metropolitan Estudiantes from his native country of Romania. Radu only played a couple of minutes for Juve's first team, spending the majority of his time at the Bianconeri in their youth setups, before subsequent loan spells across Italy to Sampdoria and Salernitana in the 21-22 season respectively. However, once again he barely played, only featuring for around 1100 minutes in the league. After returning to Juventus, the Romanian was once again loaned out for the third time, dropping down to the second division of Italian football for Genoa. Since his move to the northwest of Italy, Dragusin played the full 90 minutes in 37 out of 38 of his games in Serie B, and was instrumental in Genoa's immediate return to Italy's top flight. With him becoming a vital component for Alberto Gilardino's side, Genoa signed him on a permanent deal for just €5.5 million, and although the loan deal was with an obligation to buy, it was a no-brainer to make the signing permanent. Following his permanent move, at the time of recording, once again the Romanian has played every league minute possible this season as Genoa sit 12th in the league. Despite sitting mid-table, Genoa have taken massive points off of Lazio, Roma, Napoli, Juventus and league leaders Inter Milan, enjoying a fantastic return to Italy's top flight. His impressive performances have attracted the attention of several European clubs, and it looks like Tottenham Hotspur will win the race to acquire his services. So what makes him so desirable? Well, despite still only being 21, Dragusin is a physically imposing defender who has a commanding presence at the back. His 6'3" frame combined with his 69.5% aerial win rate that ranks him in the top 12% of centre-backs in Europe makes him a real powerhouse and threat in the air. In fact, at the time of recording, only one player in the whole of Serie A has won more aerial duels than him, showing just how dominant he actually is. He has already registered 6 league goals for Genoa in 56 games, showing he's a real attacking threat from set pieces. In terms of his passing ability, statistically speaking this is one of Dragusin's rooms for improvement. He does occasionally demonstrate a good long passing ability, but at the minute he's very inconsistent, with only a 50% long pass completion rate. Genoa only averages 42.9% possession, which is the third worst in Serie A. So naturally the Romanian won't be able to show signs of being a decent high volume passer, and that kind of goes for a lot of his game. For a 6'3" centre-back, Dragusin is actually deceptively good on the ball, with the ability to carry the ball out of the defensive line and progress the ball forward. Once again though, the way Genoa set up kind of counteracts his ability to do this, with the Italian outfit setting up in a low block. So although from a statistical point of view, his passing and progression numbers are quite poor, definitely has that ability to excel at both if he's in a different system. His stats are definitely not a fair reflection of his actual ability though, and I'm quite stats orientated, but sometimes you do have to take them with a pinch of salt and contextualise them according to his surroundings. Slotting into a different team's philosophy though is something that the Romanian can easily do. For Genoa, he has played as a left and right-sided centre-back in a back 4, and has also played as the centre or right-sided defender in a back 3, meaning he can adopt to different positions in the defensive line. Dragusin is a highly adept tackler, although he's not a particularly active one. The fact that he predominantly plays in the middle of Genoa's back 3 for Gilardino's men means he sits deeper than his 2 centre-halves either side of him, so when he does have to make a challenge, he comes out on top the majority of the time. Of the 232 players in Serie A who attempted 15 plus tackles in the first half of the season, not one had a better success rate of 93.8% than the Romanian, and his love for nitty gritty defending is also reflected in his clearances numbers, with only 2 Serie A players completing more thus far this season. His potential move to Spurs is an interesting one to say the least. Alberto Gilardino regularly sets up his team in a very disciplined low block, which is kind of the polar opposite to Dragusin's potential new boss, Ange Postecoglu. The Aussie manager sets his team up to play with the ball and averages around 60% possession, a drastically higher percentage than Genoa's 43%. Tottenham centre-backs are expected to be brave with their passing. Using Romero as an example, he averages around 6.5 progressive passes per 90 this season, which is over 4 times more than what Dragusin has registered over that time period. So if this move does happen, and by the looks of it I really do think it will, he needs to be given the time to adapt to Ange's high-octane style of approach. His time in Turin might not have gone how he wanted to, but historically Juventus kind of know what they're doing in the centre-back market, and there's definitely the potential there to blossom into a fantastic defender. Time will tell. Don't show